profanities. Watch your profanity.
I want to share the stream, but I can't find the stream. Motherfuckers want to dream about the stream.
Want to dream about the
They
stream,
want to
dude.
dream about the stream. I can't find it.
They don't. They do dream about the stream.
Dream about the stream.
And when they dream about the stream, they well.
Ooh.
Whoa! Jesus.
The stream for all ages.
No, that is not true.
Yeah, this is definitely rated R. Rated R stream. Okay. We're going to start the episode in 3, 2, 1. Yo, 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 and hello and welcome to GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD. Where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast, and on YouTube if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. I'm running out of breath here. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, find friends to play games with, and so much more. This show is 3 BFFs bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bass and Devin Mayer. Rock.
Oh, they can't. Sorry, podcast listeners.
Yeah, Devin did the rock
Devin
symbol.
rocked out.
I forget that this is a podcast sometimes.
Or if it's the
I was looking at
90s
the screen.
and you're just like a religious parent, the satanic symbol.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the devil horns.
You're drinking the devil's drink, too, right? Monster?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all ever
Oh,
seen
yeah,
that
dude.
Oh,
meme?
yeah.
Oh, I know. It's
It's not a meme.
It's reality.
real life.
It's
dude.
real life. What's
Yeah.
up, fellas?
Oh, you know. Yeah, the podcast
Yeah.
is over.
You know.
You've been listening to GameSpeak.
Same old shit.
Different day, man. No, for real though. I got some cool stuff. Hans, our boy from the Discord, actually went to Japan. And he brought me back some cool shit.
What'd you get?
I got a Donkey Kong Country 3 on Game Boy Color
No way.
from Japan.
$2,000.
On Game Boy Color?
Yeah, they've had.
That's a thing?
Yeah, the first all 3
Smell
of the
it.
countries are on Game Boy Color.
Dude,
I have
it's
them in the.
mint condition. Look at that.
It is. It's real nice. I don't know if it's like the official.
Look at the Japanese lettering, bro.
It looks so much cooler than ours.
This is sick,
Yeah, and
man.
then he got me the first volume of Hunter x Hunter I threw up there.
Dang, what a homie,
dope.
dude.
In
Yeah,
Japanese.
Hans is for sure a homie.
The homie,
Look
yeah,
how
dude.
beautiful the Hunter x Hunter first volume is. Like,
It is nice. I wish I could read it. No, I'm just kidding. But it's like one of those things where like I would never go buy like the actual volume, like the English one. But now that I have this one here, I'm like, man, now I
you
just
need
want to
to
read it.
translate it.
Yeah, but I might just pull up the phone translator thing where
Oh,
you just
yeah, yeah.
aim your camera
That
at
would
it.
work.
Just
That's
read
a
it.
lot of work. Then.
It's a lot of work, but it could happen.
You could go to like Barnes and Noble and get.
I'm not doing it. No. just kidding. Yeah,
Uh,
but yeah, I got that stuff. That was pretty cool. Thanks, Hans. Shout out.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Shout out.
Shout out.
I carved a pumpkin today.
Nice.
Pretty sweet. I don't have any pictures to show you, but you gotta believe me.
I carved a
It was
pumpkin
cool.
last year for the first time in a very long time, and it was so satisfying. I did Jack Skellington.
Wait, for the first time?
In a very
long-
long.
in a very
Oh,
long
okay. I
time.
was like,
Yeah.
dude.
For the first time, yeah.
I was like, what happened
no.
to your childhood?
didn't
Your
have
parents
one.
were like, we're never carving pumpkins in this house.
Jamel, that was your childhood.
That was my childhood. but at certain points, it was back and forth. Like there'd be like
Leniency?
there'd be leniency, and then just strictly no. But
What did you carve? Brent?
Oh,
yeah.
it was just a silly face.
A silly goose.
Yeah, he's got
silly goose
he
face?
got little crescent moon eyes and a little lightning bolt nose, and then just a big old smile.
oh, a lightning bolt nose. I like that.
Classic.
I was
classic.
going a little wild with it.
I feel like a lightning bolt nose is not very classic.
No,
That's
that is
pretty
a step up.
creative.
Yeah, if
I
you
was
did the
mixing it up a
triangle
little.
nose, like
I was
don't-
going for the little lemon dude on Adventure Time. You
Lemon
know?
grab?
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of like.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I don't know. I always want to do something creative with my pumpkin, but it always ends up looking really dumb. So I just don't have the skill. What about you? Are you good at pumpkin carving?
Oh yeah, the Jack Skellington face I did last year was really good. Not to toot my own horn, but it was like
No,
spot.
I
I was
definitely
very proud
believe
of it.
You said you draw, right? You're
Yeah,
like,
I have
see,
artistic ability.
I do not. I have autistic abilities.
I have those too.
Yeah. Possibly. I don't know. But I definitely can't draw. I used to want to draw so bad, dude. Like, you have no idea. I know it's a thing you can learn.
Yeah.
But you know how much time that takes?
Well, and
like,
some people it comes to a lot easier than others. Like some people
Yeah.
just have that connection of like mind visual to hand and can make it happen pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, you can learn. It's just a much
I
longer
feel like
process.
I can imagine cool things to draw. I just can't actually draw.
Yeah, like,
You
dude,
know?
I hate that. I hate that I have all these like things in my head that I want to put to paper, but like it can't happen.
Yeah.
It's just forever in there.
Well, see, and that's why I love having a 3D printer because I'm a crafty sumbitch, and so like if I think of something, I'll just print it out and
That's
do it.
really cool.
But you gotta draw it to print it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'll just find it or design it myself. I don't know how to 3D model yet, but
But yeah, that's like we have a buddy that we went to school, we grew up with, Zach McCorder, who draws amazingly, and that dude does not like. You could tell him to draw like something like C3PO, and he'll remember all the little details on C3PO, and he hasn't seen him in like it's like photographic memory or something like.
oh yeah, I'm not a savant or nothing like that.
Like, how do you remember
That's
those?
impressive. Yeah.
Well, no, that's a step further than just being artistic. Like having a photographic memory like that, that's a little step further than normal.
Yeah, because I remember you'd just be like, "Hey, dude, draw all the turtles real quick," and he'd just like draw them all like just right there, like off the fucking cuff, and they would all just be perfect and like in his own weird style, which was cool. But like things like that, like I wish I could do that. Like I just want to be able to like imagine like a cool steampunk world and then just draw it, you know. But it would just look like a bunch of trash.
Yeah. No, I haven't drawn anything in a long time though. To be honest, I've kind of turned more to like the crafts side. I've been wanting to do a drawing though here recently just to see if I still can, because it's been so long.
You can draw me. No, I'm just kidding.
Draw you like one of my French girls.
Just laid out like game speak tatted across my chest. No, but yeah, I think Brent used to draw some. Brent, you drew Homer Simpson in my house one time.
Did I really?
Yeah, whenever we were like really little kids.
I've never been good at drawing.
I don't remember. It wasn't bad, but I remember because I was like, "Yo, can you draw?" And you were like, I just remember you drew it randomly on paper, and I was like, "Damn, that's pretty good." Like, it was pretty good, dude.
Well, thanks. I mean, I've always thought like I can draw enough to like you can understand what I'm trying to draw, but it's not gonna like win any awards or anything, you know.
No, I don't give a fuck about winning awards. I just want to draw it all. Like everything I draw looks like a stick man or like a Like if I try to draw a face, it's all like just like
Angular.
I don't. Yeah, it's like a it's like a UV.
Yeah, like a crude Dragon Ball Z face.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's all I know. That's kindergarten Dragon Ball Z drawings.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, what you been up to?
Oh man. Well, I went to Renfest this weekend.
Hey.
And got absolutely obliterated the whole time. It was fantastic. So Tate, my brother Tate, he had his. I did the Viking Mandalorian helmet for him.
Yeah.
And he wore that with his Viking stuff. And
did you do your Mando helmet?
Oh yes,
Nice.
with my Templar armor.
Were you guys like a big hit?
Dude, we had 1 million people come up and take pictures with us.
That's gotta be cool.
At one point, there was even a fucking line to take pictures with us.
You should have started charging,
Dude,
bro.
No, I can't, because we just do it for fun. We love dressing
that is
up. Like we're
fun,
not gonna
for sure.
fucking like we're not going there to make money. We're going there to have a good time and when you see like little kids be like Mandalorian like this that that.
No, you
That's
charge the
gotta-
kids. The adults are okay, but the kids, it's like, where's your dad? Tell him $3.
Cash grasser ass kid.
Oh my god. But no, it was fantastic. We had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. We got there Friday night and camped out till Sunday, and like both the parties Friday night in the campgrounds were just insane. And we know a lot of folks now, like throughout the different clans and shit. So we got some connections, and so that made the experience like tenfold.
Yeah.
Because we were just getting into like. There's like most of the parties are open, but then if you like know the right people, it can really expand the experiences. And yeah, it was fucking insane.
Yeah,
the
my
whole
girlfriend
weekend's a
went
blur.
up there this weekend for like a bachelorette party. She said it was a lot of fun. She said
it was.
She said it was going down up there.
It was wild. Yeah, Saturday night. I'm not even sure how late I stayed up. I don't remember. Fucking. Yeah, it was a good time. I'll have to show y'all pictures after the show, but.
Oh yeah, well I'm glad y'all had a good time, man.
Yeah, it was wild. Like been going for a long time, and like this weekend because it was just me and Tate, so we didn't have to worry about a big group or nothing.
Yeah.
Even though our neighbors were super badass, like our camping neighbors were awesome, and actually one of the guys that was camping next to us, we had met like 3 or 4 years in the ago in the campgrounds. And so we reconnected with him, and then all of like the people that were with him were just badass, and we were just going around having just a grand old time.
That's really cool, man.
So,
yeah.
Dude, y'all got to try to go. I'm going again for my birthday weekend, November 4th.
Well, I probably will, actually. I really want to go.
Dude, come. Like, and me and Tate, like, we're going to have a big group that weekend, but like at night can still show you like how to do the campgrounds right and just have an insanely good time.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds fun to me.
So
we should all game speak up and
Dude,
fucking go out there and
y'all need to. It's a lot of fun. And the fair's growing.
Ye old game speak.
The fair's growing too, so there's lots more stuff getting added to it.
Yeah, it was massive last year when I went. Like there was so much we didn't even like get a chance to see everything in one day, really. Like we walked like 3/4 of the way around the like little like U, and we were like, all right, we've been here for like like the fireworks show started going off. Like we're
Holy
like, all right,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get there early, like 11 or 12.
It's crazy how much stuff there is. If you really stop at every little store and just see what everybody's doing,
multiple
what I mean?
days.
There's a lot of shit to do. Yeah.
I'm gonna treat the entire thing like Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, they actually had. So what was cool?
Just like go up to people and like they ask you things, just like roll dice.
Well, no, what's actually cool is they were
hilarious.
doing D&D this year.
Really?
So
Oh,
there
I
were
bet that
several
was
areas that they
fun.
had people set up with like little tables to like roll and give you like objectives and stuff.
Dude, let me
And
at
then
them.
it was like a whole deal. Like you played throughout the day at the different stations, and then if you like made it far enough, like there was like a final like something or another. I don't know how it was like exactly where you got knocked out, but they actually like all the people that started playing in the beginning of the day like went through and tried to make it to the end. And then there was like some thing at the end in the Coliseum, I think, for it. So they're integrating, they're integrating D&D into it. So that's pretty cool.
That's fun.
We didn't have time for it though because
I
we
know
were just
last
walking
year
around.
they were selling like cool like 20-sided dice you could buy that were like made of like stones and shit.
Oh yeah, dude, you can find all kinds of like crafts and knickknacks and stuff like.
100% Philosopher's Stone, dude.
Yeah, for like $100 though.
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't. It's
They you like
expensive.
hop on Amazon and it's like right out
Yeah.
of 20 cents on AliExpress. No, but I was gonna ask Brett. I was supposed to ask for AJ how much of the D&D that you play is based in like the old school medieval like D&D type shit.
Well, my first ever D&D campaign that I actually played, like real D&D, was like a homebrew campaign that was set on like Mars
Oh, okay, so it was
or
like
Jupiter
a
or something like that. So it was like a space themed one, but it was using like D&D 5 rules or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and monsters from D&D and stuff. So I mean, like,
So you still had like medieval type monsters.
well,
like,
kind of like he would find like monsters like the sandworms and stuff that would like kind of fit the
the theme
the
of
Mars.
Mars.
Yeah,
is-
there's a lot of D&D monsters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was like
But-
a whole catalog.
And then like we did one that was like another homebrew that was like horror themed, but it was more medieval focused. It was just kind of like in a haunted village, you know what I mean?
back in the day.
Yeah. And then we did a normal like D&D campaign at one point, which
It's all
was
medieval.
actually the least fun one we did, I think, probably.
I could feel that. Yeah, I think.
But it's also a lot to do with your like DM. Like for the Jupiter one, which was my favorite, like Evan was our DM, and he's just a lot of fun. Like he gets into it, and he like tells you what happens in detail and stuff. Like, I think a big part of D&D is just having a good DM. You know
a
what I
very
mean?
descriptive and creative, like.
And I think that's one of the reasons why Baldur's Gate 3 is so fun, because the narrator of the game is basically the DM. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the narrator in Baldur's Gate 3 is just fantastic. Like,
every clip that I've ever heard of it.
She's so good, dude. Like, everything, like, it could be the most evil shit ever or the most, like, happy shit ever. And she'll read it with, like, the just perfect, like, tone of voice and, like, way. And, like, they had a video of her, like, reading, like thirsty fucking tweets on YouTube or something, but she's, like, reading them in the voice, like, from the game. It was hilarious, bro. Like, fucking.
That's funny.
That's tight. I know. I think I know exactly which channel you're talking about, too. I feel like I've seen way too many of those.
They're really good. Anyways, but yeah. So, I pre-ordered the new Spider-Man game this week. I couldn't help it. I went to just like kill some time at GameStop, and then one thing led to another, and
it's been getting decent reviews. I said like 8s and 9s.
It's been getting, IGN and them have been real critical lately, dude.
They got to make up for all the 10s they give out.
Of everything.
Jeez Louise, man. They both gave it an 8, but almost every other publication I've seen has given it like a fucking 9 or a 10 or a 5 out of 5. Like, it's getting decent reviews down the board. And like an 8 from IGN is still good, but like, damn, IGN.
Dude, the reviewers,
y'all being real stingy with the with the 9s
I think people were getting upset that they just kept giving out 10s to everything.
Yeah,
like,
and then they overcorrected.
Yeah,
because they're bitter. They've been bitter about everything.
They've been real bitter, except about the MetaQuest 3, which is one of the few things that's gotten a good review from them lately.
But it's probably because it's an actual like console rather than hardware, so it's a different person, like a whole different like department doing that review.
They probably got the one guy that's enthusiastic about VR, like
exactly.
Yeah, but like any review I've seen about like a show episode or anything, it's just been all like super critical.
Yeah,
and I was just like, damn, IGN. Like,
it's like I would have liked this, but I was in a bad mood, so like I'm giving it an 8.
Sounding like Jamel over here.
Yeah, 8 trash.
Unless it's just like a shitty indie game, and then they're like 9 out of 10.
The 10 out of 10. This changes the whole fucking industry right here. It's like, dude, this is fucking Brotato. What are you talking about? Like, everything's changed.
I just don't trust them anymore. And it's weird because there's like different versions of IGN that are given it different scores.
Yeah, Japan.
And the American one is always the one that's the fucking asshole. You know what I mean? Like, America IGN fucking sucks ass.
It's because we don't have enough problems. Like, I'm going to get political about this, all right? It's because we don't have enough problems. They specifically don't have enough problems. They get paid like $150,000 a year to write fucking video game reviews. So like they play every game that comes out for free, so like they're sitting there and like,
gotta play another game.
Yeah, it's like this game just, it doesn't feel like whenever I first played a game, so it's getting to 8, I don't feel it, dude.
I don't trust any critics anymore. Honestly.
No, yeah.
Like, I also don't trust people.
I was about to say, including like home critics, like when I'm looking at Metacritic, I feel like I don't value
the user
reviews any more than the critic reviews.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, even less so, because most people who are like just a random user review person, like,
so biased,
haven't even played the fucking game. You know what I mean? Like,
they're either Xbox or Sony ponies, and they just want it. Like, if it's a Sony game, like, this is the fucking best game that ever happened. No other game ever. And then if it's on Xbox, they're like, this is the best game. Sony sucks ass. And it's like, that's not a review. You're just saying that like Sony sucks ass or Xbox sucks ass. What does that have to do with this game?
One thing I do like
the
about
console wars.
I like Steam's review page because like it'll show you exactly how many hours the person that's reviewing it has put into the game and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna take you seriously if you've played the game for 0.2 hours and you're like, this game sucks ass.
Well, also,
you know what I mean? Like,
most people on Steam aren't playing on PlayStation or Xbox, so they're not there to like fight the console war. They're just there to say this game was good or not. Like, That Lords of the Fallen game came out. Did you play that?
No. It's been getting mixed reviews, too.
Yeah.
That one's an interesting one because some publications really like it and some don't. You know?
Everybody in our Discord has been playing it for like 3 days.
Are they liking it?
Oh, yeah. They
it
love
looks sick, too. I
looks
watched
cool,
them play it a little bit.
I'm not spending $60 to play a knockoff Dark Souls, though.
Especially when I still have Lies of P that I could go back to, like, which is probably just as good. Like, I don't know.
No, this one looks a lot more put together, but
really?
Like, yeah, it looks like Dark Souls. Like, it literally everything.
Lies of P looks like fucking Bloodborne. Like,
true.
It looks just like Bloodborne. Like, down to the fucking UI and the fucking like, some of the bosses have, like, the same attack patterns and shit. Like, it is fucking...
That's what this is, though. It's like the Dark Souls version of Lies of P.
Lies of P.
Yeah,
interesting.
But with a way bigger budget, you can tell. Like, something about Lies of P, you can kind of feel that it's like a AA. Like this, like
I feel like they did a pretty good job.
Oh no,
like,
no,
I'm not trying to like.
No, I'm not talking about the mechanics or anything.
Like,
just
graphically,
the overall.
I feel like it looks really pretty. Like it's shiny.
Yeah, but it's got that look. It's got that look where everything's almost sterile. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's just too smooth. Like everything looks like it looks like it's made in the Unreal Engine or like Unity or whatever. Like it looks like it doesn't look like its own. Like, you know how From Software uses like their own shit and like, you know, all their own assets and all that shit.
I don't know. I was really impressed with the way it looked and stuff. Like
I don't think you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm not hating on the game or like in any way. Like I'm just trying to explain something.
No, I feel
because like there's a lot of games that feel like this where it's like you can tell it's not AAA. But it's not indie. It's like right in the middle.
I know what you're saying, but I feel like they hit that AAA mark with Lies of P. Like there are definitely games that I feel that way about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know about Lies of P. Like to me, the Surge feels more like that. You know what I mean? Like.
I don't know what that is.
I got no dog in this fight.
It's basically just like fucking another Dark Souls ripoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this one, like it feels like a lot of you know,
or like the first remnant from the ashes. You know what I mean? Like I heard the second one is really good, but the first one,
dope.
The first one is kind of like blasé. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
that's the thing. It's like it's not a, and I don't even know how to explain it without it sounding like a knock because it's not. But it's not a knock on the story. The story is perfect. The game is like beautiful. The mechanics are great, and like it feels great. It's just for some reason it's like I don't know if I'm just like because I've played so many games my whole life. Like I can smell when something is not AAA. Like
I usually can too, but like I said, I just feel like they hit the mark with Lies of P. You know
they
did
as good as you can possibly do for not being a AAA.
It doesn't give me the AA vibes as I play it. Like I did stop playing it because like you have to just really suck me in as a fucking Dark Souls type game. You know what I mean? Like the only Dark Souls-y type games that I really played all the way through is fucking Elden Ring. The Star Wars Survivor games, those are tight.
Both AAA filling.
Yeah, those are both. Well, they are AAA games. I mean, you know, like as you know, they got a big budget on those. And then let's see, what's another one I played all the way through? Sekiro was fucking excellent.
Yeah.
I feel like there's probably another one, but like those.
Bloodborne.
I didn't even play all the way through Bloodborne. I just played a little. Like I did the same thing with Bloodborne that I did with Lies of P. Like I got to like the third boss, and I'm like, but it's the vibe that it gives off.
Yeah, it's not the greatest vibe.
It's a little too like ew feeling,
dark,
you know. And I think that's why I liked Elden Ring and Sekiro more because like while Sekiro still has like dark shit in it, and so does Elden Ring. They both still have like an element of like brightness to it too, you know what I mean? Which I don't know, it sounds crazy, but in such a fucking like oppressive game, like I need to have like a brightness to the world, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I was thinking, you know, like they should give From Software, like Konami, since they don't make games anymore. Really, they should give or license out Castlevania to From Software and let them make a new.
They would murder that shit.
Can you imagine?
It'd be so good.
Like just like the vibe of Castlevania. I feel like Bloodborne is like wannabe Castlevania, but it's not there. It's like too. because they don't want it to be Castlevania. Like, they don't want to, be like, oh, it's all the way Castlevania. It's like right on the
It would
cusp.
be somewhere between Bloodborne and Dark Souls with like whips and shit.
Which would be really cool.
It would be really fucking
Just
cool.
fucking imagine Dark Souls with whips and those like the fucking whatever Richter throws.
They had whips in Elden
crosses.
Ring that were really cool that you could use, but like if you made like a lot more of like the combat focus on like whip mechanics and have like different kinds of whips that function in different ways and stuff, you know what I mean?
In the platforming, like where you have to like climb over different shit, like in Dark Souls, where it's really
Elden Ring had some cool platforming parts, which actually I think is another thing that sets it apart from like other, games of the genre. Like a lot of those games don't even have a jump button at all,
No.
Like,
there's actually not a jump button in Dark Souls, but there's like a run, like whenever you run towards the edge, you it's like Zelda almost, but you gotta time it like perfectly and stuff, or like roll, like to throw yourself over. But I could be wrong, but I swear there's no jump in Dark Souls.
No, I think you're right.
No, I'm pretty sure you're right.
As a matter of fact, I think Elden Ring, aside from like, I don't even know if there's a jump button in Sekiro. I know you're doing like zip lines all over the place and shit.
Is there? Your character will start running, release the B button, then quickly tap B button again. Your character will jump. What game am I thinking of where you can't jump then?
I'm almost positive it was Dark Souls.
I don't remember ever jumping in Dark Souls, but
it says you can jump in Dark Souls 3. The need to be running, then press L3. You'll roll after the jump if you keep pressing that direction.
What?
That's interesting.
I had no idea. I could have been jumping this whole time,
dude. I am on like New Game Plus on Dark Souls 3. I know. I feel like there's no jump.
No, I don't.
But anyways, whatever. But yeah, so I don't know how we got on this topic. We were just talking. Oh, Lords of the Fallen. So it was supposedly it's great. People like it.
Can you jump in that game?
I would assume so. Whatever you can do in Dark Souls, you can do in that game.
You can. Well, not necessarily. You can jump in that.
Yeah. See that like the Lords of the Fallen. Like I'm telling you, the menus, the HUD. Everything. It's literally Dark Souls. The only difference this game has is that there's a thing called the umbral. Like when you die, you go into like this different like.
I thought you didn't have to die to go into it.
I'm sure you can go into it on purpose, but like if you die, you go there as well, and then you can like fight your way back to the normal or something like that. Like,
because I was watching them play, they were using it. You've got to switch back and you have to switch back and forth to get through certain areas.
Yeah, it's like
when you go to the umbral, there's like demons and shit. Like it's crawling with enemies.
That sounds pretty cool, but I just don't know if I have the fucking like the patience for another like Dark Soulsy type game right now, especially with Spider-Man right around the corner. Because whatever I'm playing is gonna get put down when Spider-Man comes out. You know what I mean? At least for like a week.
It's gonna be like 30 hours, I think. Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I'm one of those people with the Spider-Man games specifically that I do all the like extra bullshit, so I stretch those games pretty
Give
far,
you a reason to go swing around the city and whatnot.
Yeah. I stop every time there's like, when I'm swinging and there's like a fucking store getting robbed, I can't just like swing past it.
You're Spider-Man.
I gotta drop in, stop the crime, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, dude, speaking of which, I skipped over, speaking of things feeling AA, but in a bad way in this situation, I've watched the Amazing Spider-Man movie for the first time, like the one with Andrew Garfield.
You've never seen it?
No, because whenever it came out, I'm Jamel. All right, so whenever it came out, I was like, no, Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man, and and also like just the trailer where he's like supposed to be nerdy, but he's Andrew Garfield and he skateboards.
So what? Did you hate it?
No, it may not hold up. Maybe it was good when it came out, but that movie was garbage. Like what we just watched. Like,
okay, so like I haven't seen it since it came out.
Yeah,
but I enjoyed it back in the day.
Like go watch it again.
Is this the one with Jamie Foxx in it and stuff?
That's the second
one.
Oh, okay.
I just watched the first one. And it feels like they took the...
To be fair, there's literally never been an iteration of Spider-Man that I didn't enjoy. Like, I like the new Spider-Man. I like fucking Tobey Maguire.
I haven't even tried the new Spider-Man.
Dude, the new ones are honestly really good.
They could be great.
No, they're awesome.
They're really,
you got to start with the Civil War movie because that's where they introduced Spider-Man. So if you don't start with that one, it just kind of like kind of throws you right in the middle of Peter Parker's life. But I do like that the newest Spider-Man doesn't feel like it has to retell the goddamn origin story over again.
Yeah, we don't have to see Ben die for
every fucking Spider-Man iteration, it's like, oh, here's Ben dying, this is him becoming Spider-Man. It's like, we don't need to do that again, you know? And I think they realize that, and it's like, we just like jump into him being Spider-Man, which I'm cool with, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, give the new Spider-Man a shot.
That's kind of what they try to do.
Pretty good.
Though.
Tom Holland is a better Spider-Man than Andrew Garfield, in my opinion, because he's like more like he's got that like nerdy childhood.
That's what I'm saying.
Vibe,
that's
you know
fine.
What I mean, that teenager.
He looks like a nerd. Like Tobey Maguire looked like a nerd. Andrew Garfield was hot. Like it makes no sense. Literally everybody else in the school, like he looks better than everyone there, and like he's the one getting bullied. And like I'm like, this makes zero sense. And he can skateboard. Like
he also kind of has a darker ending than the other Spider-Mans, though. You know what I mean? Like we got Gwen Stacy like smashing off the building and shit. Like fucking,
well, they tried to make it closer to the comics apparently, like in that one, because also he doesn't have like webs, right? He's got like.
Well, no, the only one who's got webs like
is
in their
Peter
body
Parker.
is the fucking
Tobey.
Tobey Maguire,
yeah.
Peter Parker, the real Peter Parker. No, but
well, like in the original comics, Spider-Man makes his own webs and stuff. Like,
I remember
in
the animated
Sam
series.
Raimi came up with like he was like,
dude, I loved when they addressed it in No Way Home.
Yeah.
Dude.
Honestly, that's one of the that was a good ass movie.
That's one of the best Spider-Man movies of all time. You have to, Jamel.
Well, I had to watch Andrew Garfield's first so I could know what I'm even seeing because but I'm telling you, dude, go back and watch it. It's on Netflix. They have both The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Did they have 3 of them?
No, there's only 2. They were gonna make a third one, but never did.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
There's 3 of the Tobey Maguire ones. That's right.
Yeah. But now seeing the Andrew Garfield one, like I understand why they didn't keep it going. But the thing is like it was so low budget. Like it felt like they were in the same 2 places the whole movie. Like, you know how like the Tobey Maguire one, like he goes out into the city and like you see all of New York and everything looks big and like they go to different places. He goes like in Andrew Garfield in the first movie goes from his house, like just appears in school, appears like he sits on his roof, like he goes to like appears at the place where he gets bit by the spider, but then reappears back home. Like he never walks anywhere, he never goes outside. Like it felt so claustrophobic. I'm like, when does he become?
Maybe I need to rewatch it. You know, I remember really enjoying it. You know,
I remember enjoying it as well. And
you don't have to do much to please me as a Spider-Man fan, though.
But just watch it. I'm telling, like, just for funsies, put it on and like watch like the first 30 minutes.
I will say this: I think I watched the newest Spider-Man movie recently, the
No Way Home?
Across the Spider-Verse or whatever.
Oh, that's a good one.
It was really good, but I think I liked the first one better.
I didn't watch the sequel. I thought you were talking about the Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
I like that one.
The first one is really good. The second one is also really good, but I just like everybody's like, oh, it's even better than the first one. I do think the first one might be a little better. Something about that first one just has some soul to it. You know what I mean?
It's got that posty on the side.
But I will say the second one is really good too. Like it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But
great.
I honestly think out of all the Spider-Man universes that exist, including the fucking Into the Spider-Verse or whatever, I think the fucking Insomniac Spider-Man games are like my favorite fucking Spider-Man world because it's like a perfect balance between like
Tobey and Andrew.
Well, not only that, but it's just like a grounded like reality where both Miles and fucking Peter are functional at the same time and like exist in the same world together, and like there's just like I don't know, weird dynamic that they have together that doesn't exist in any of the other Spider-Man movies, you know what I mean? Except for maybe the beginning of Into the Spider-Verse, you know what I mean? But it's like not the same, you know what I mean?
No.
Like it's just like it's almost like one of those parallel universes from Into the Spider-Verse, like, but just how I don't know. It's interesting. They did a really good job of like making all the characters like the same but different and unique, you know what I mean? And, like, both the existing games have been a lot of fun. So I'm just really hyped about number 2. And Venom's going to be in it. So it's like, I fucking love Venom, dude.
And Venomized Spider-Man, too. Like, that's going to be...
It's going to be so good.
Yeah, Venom looks fucking savage in
Dude, he's always been my favorite, like, bad guy because, like, back in the day, the PS1 Spider-Man game, fucking, like, he was, like, the main bad guy in that one, and I was just obsessed with that game, you know what I mean? A lot of my Spider-Man love comes from the fucking, or maybe it was the N64 version that I had, but, like, they're both the same game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've always wondered, like, I guess I've never really dived deep enough into the Venom story to where I'm like, is he a bad guy or is he's just an anti-hero, right? Like,
I think it's
Venom?
like he's like
'Cause he's a hero
by
in
the
some-
fucking
No, I mean originally Venom is a villain.
yeah, he's a bad
Like,
dude.
but he
like,
was in the recent Venom movies though. He's kind of casted as like an.
he's a good guy. Yeah, but
He's like
he
an
was an
anti-hero.
anti-hero back in the day too, like in the comics and stuff.
he has his own motives. So like every now and then him and Spider-Man's like goals will line up and like Carnage will get loose or something and
Yeah.
they both won't fuck with that cuz he wants to be the only symbiote or something. So they'll like work together to take down Carnage and then he'll go back to being evil, you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He's like Bowser.
yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
In this one though, he looks like just straight up evil, fucking huge,
Yeah,
hulking
classic
Venom.
I'm
Dude,
interested to see what they do because they always not only do they have their own take on like the main characters like Miles and Spider and Peter and shit, but like they always have an interesting take on the bad guys too. Like their Doc Ock was really interesting, and their fucking like Sinister Six or whatever they did in the last one. You know, their Rhino was really cool. Like I'm interested to see what they do with the. I think they're gonna have Lizard in this one and Kraven and.
Yeah, Kraven the
Venom.
Hunter's gonna be a big one in this one.
Yeah.
Next to Venom. But they haven't even. They said that Venom's not gonna be the usual people that Venom is. It's
Eddie
gonna be.
Brock.
Yeah, it's not gonna be Eddie Brock or the other Venom that
Oh,
we
a whole
see.
different person.
I think so.
And I'm cool with that. You know, mix it up
Yep.
a little bit. Like that's the thing about the Insomniac Spider-Man. They keep it mixed up just enough to like keep you on your toes. You know what I mean?
Keep
but,
it a little
like,
fresh, but also
familiar.
yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Interesting.
I can't wait to see what they do with the Wolverine game, dude. Because it's the same team, I think, making Wolverine.
Dude.
That shit's gonna be cool. I bet.
There was an old Wolverine game back in the day that was so PS2.
Yeah,
Are you
Wolverine.
talking about Wolverine Origins? Because
Yeah.
that game
Possibly.
was tight.
You start out like he's in the facility and you have to break out of the facility.
Yes,
He's got the
dude.
helmet on.
Shred
and shit.
people to pieces.
Yeah.
Dude, shred Wolverine
Oh,
to
man.
pieces. Like,
That too,
You
yeah.
could get like hit with a rocket launcher, and then you just be like this Terminator fucking skeleton, like walking as it like regrows
Regens.
flesh and shit all over it. Like it was really cool for the time. Like
You
the-
could like
Yeah.
cut people in half and shit, and then like it was all ragdoll
yeah, it was
physics.
hardcore. Yeah.
But it was very like God of War, like classic God of War like gameplay. So like,
It was very fun.
yeah, I want them to
that-
do that now, but with like more like less God of War, like old school God of War, but more like
Modern God of War.
yeah, where, like modern God of War, where like I want it still that brutal, but I want it to be like you have to actually like time your attacks and stuff
And
like
blocks
that.
and
And
stuff.
blocks
That'd be
and-
really cool.
like Jedi Fallen Order, but
Yeah.
with like Wolverine.
I do like the damage system just being like huge chunks of Wolverine getting knocked off, like where he's just all fucked up looking, you know? Like that shit's cool as fuck, dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Anyways, what y'all play?
So I didn't really get to play anything at all except for like yesterday because I was super busy the whole week getting ready for Renfest and whatnot, and then being at Renfest. But I got to play the Modern Warfare 3.
I did too. I
beta.
played the beta.
What did y'all think about it?
It's nice,
It's
at least in my opinion.
So I do like the return of the movement. It is a lot faster pace. I've always appreciated that because I was even a fan of the exosuits, which everybody fucking hates because it was too much. So I really like the return of the fast pacedness. But one thing that irked me, and I don't know if it was a setting or not, but the aiming is slightly different.
Is it?
There's something slightly different about the aiming. Maybe my sensitivity was a little different because I didn't really go into the settings, like I said, because all my settings seem to like transfer over
From Warzone.
from Warzone. So I'll have to go back and check, but there was something that was just off about the turn radius. So either it's my field of view is different in it, or maybe the sensitivity was slightly different, but it was like almost sharper turns than.
It's
than
a lot
in-
faster
yeah.
feeling. Did you fuck with the tack stance at all?
No, I didn't even.
Like whenever you aim down sights, if you press or do you play on controller or mouse and keyboard? So like on controller, I have like an extra button, so I set it to this thing, but it's basically the left on D-pad, but I switched it to a pad. So whenever you aim down sights, if you press it, he'll switch the gun to the side, and then like it'll stay like that until you go back into the aim and then switch it back. But basically, it's like a midway between aim down sight
like a higher mobility
and hip mobility. Yeah, so like it's like you can have the best of both worlds. Like it's a more narrow spray, but it's still not as
bad as hip fire.
It's good for a close range shit.
Yeah, it does that whenever you slide and aim. It does the side aim.
It's basically like that, yeah.
But
while
I mean, I liked it. I really liked the throwback to the old maps. Even if it is just them regurgitating old shit, it was nice to go back to
Duty,
Favela, to see Estate and all those maps.
Rust.
Rust was a fucking shit show. And then the weapons don't feel as impactful in this one.
I can't tell.
I
honestly don't play Call of Duty multiplayer. I only play Warzone, so jumping in here, like, I don't know what it felt like before or whatever. I just wanted to know what it's going to feel like on Warzone, like, later. Yeah,
some guns, it was weird. Some guns had, like, absolute shit ton of recoil, and then other guns had 0. So that was odd. That was kind of all over the place.
That's very Call of Duty though. Like whenever they first put out something, the balance is always fucked off. Like, and then it give them like 2 weeks or whatever.
I don't know. I think they're in a really good spot with like how Warzone 2 plays right now. Like I think they've really finally tuned it, and now they're letting fucking Sledgehammer kind of muddle it up. But like I said, I do like the increased mobility.
I think they know people get bored. Like once something gets too like familiar, it's honestly about them just keeping the player base, like
changing it up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, a new game's coming, we better drop and fucking change the whole thing for everybody. But and streamers love that shit because then they can go online and talk shit about it or be like great at it, and it just gets
because there's like two separate ends of the spectrum of like COD players where they want like just boots on the ground, realistic, and then there's others that want like fast paced as fuck, running and gunning. Myth. Jumping off walls. Yeah. Fucking crackhead shit. I'm definitely on towards the crackhead shit side.
Same.
I love the high mobility.
Yeah, if I wanted realistic, I'd go play like a war sim game. Like, I don't
CS:GO.
give a fuck about that. Yeah. I wouldn't call that realistic. You can't even aim down sight in CS:GO. You're just like
fucking what is it? Sandstorm?
I don't even think CS:GO exists anymore. I think they
CS:GO
took it off.
2.
Yeah, I think it's just Counter-Strike 2. There's no Go in it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I'm just kidding. But what have you been playing?
So let's see. I played a little more Assassin's Creed Mirage, but I kind of got bored with it, honestly. Like, it's got the same problem for me as like Assassin's Creed 3 or any of the oldest classic Assassin's Creed games. Like, aside from Black Flag kind of had that open world vibe that was cool. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, there's just like only so much you can do in Mirage aside from just like assassinate people and like scale buildings and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like as open and like there's not as much shit to like explore and like I don't know. I just got a little bored with it, so I went back to Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm playing my evil playthrough still on that one. I'm doing the Dark Urge, and like my guy is so evil now. I've like sacrificed some people to this like Dark Lord, and now I can like turn into this fucking like demon monster thing.
That's convenient.
It's great, dude. Fucking, it's really great, and fucking, I'm just getting super evil with it. Honestly, I love this game so much. I've never played a game for a second time and had this different of an experience. You know what I mean? Like the whole game has just felt like a totally different game altogether. Like, there's obviously, like, some places you still have to go and do, like, the same objective, but, like, for the most part, it's, like, a just totally different experience. Like, there's different characters you encounter, different people that survive because of your actions or die because of your actions, and, like, your party is totally different. Like, every time you go to camp, it's, like, a totally different, like, group. It's really cool, man. Like, it's fucking like my favorite game ever. I've got 180 hours in it now, and like I'm just gonna keep playing it, honestly. Like, I think probably until Spider-Man comes out, except I might try out that Yakuza game that they just put on Game Pass today.
Shin or
yeah, just because it's free, and like I feel like I won't have to have played all the other Yakuza games to play that one, just because it like is set in like feudal Japan or some shit.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
Might be kind of fun because the Yakuza games have always interested me, but it's like I don't know where to fucking start. There's so many of them, and it's like I don't necessarily want to work through 8 to fucking 10 like games to get like
I don't think it'd even be worth it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if the fucking
it's like Shinmu with like lots of like crazy shit happening. Like it's like honestly, I feel like that's what they went for. They were like, let's just make Shinmu like on crack, like, and that's basically what the games are.
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
But anyways, was that all you played?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Jamal.
We got you. Oh, I only played the Call of Duty. I tried downloading. I tried playing Forza Motorsport. I
was just about to say. I thought I saw on Discord that
I did play a little bit of Forza Motorsport, but like I got bored almost immediately. Like
it feels like
I just
Horizon.
Can't fucking play those games, man. Like the one, like I like the Horizon games because there's like a world you can go explore and shit. But like, bro, I get so bored on the games that are just like the track racers. Like, Gran Turismo 7 held my attention a little longer than usual because it's got like a really good VR mode. But like, fucking Forza Motorsport has nothing for it that calls me. Like, you know, it's like Microsoft Flight Simulator for cars, which is like cool, I'm sure, except for the fact that you can't explore the Earth. You're just on a track going in circles. Like, I don't know, man.
I couldn't even play it because you have to have 6 cores on your CPU, and I only have a quad core CPU.
You don't got enough cores?
I don't have enough cores. Whenever I tried to play it on my PC, and it immediately popped up, and it was like, you can't play this. It was like, do you want to ignore this warning or whatever? It was like basically like your CPU sucks ass.
You should have ignored the
I did ignore it, and like it was so bad, dude. Like it was just like the audio was like in my fucking ear the whole time, and like the frames kept dipping. Like, I needed to play it on my Series X, but I didn't feel like plugging up my Xbox and everything.
Damn.
That's kind of surprising, actually.
Yeah, it was absurd. And I looked it up, and apparently the minimum is 6 cores, and then they recommend 8 cores. So it's like fucking
damn.
I don't
even know how many cores I got.
Yeah.
I was like,
I think I've got 8 cores, but it's like one of those like CPUs with the integrated graphics card, so it's like a little weaker than a normal CPU. You know?
Yeah, definitely. I've never. This is the first game I've ever come across on my PC that was like straight up, you're not gonna be able to play this. Like,
damn.
Because of CPU anyway.
Yeah.
Because of CPU, it's just straight bottlenecked.
My old CPU held me back from Star Wars Squadrons, but I got a new one since then.
Yeah, but wasn't Squadrons like so poorly optimized? Like
it was. It did not run well with my setup. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, and
at least not in VR.
Just barely reached the cores.
Yeah, problem with this game is like it's meant to be like a simulator and all that shit. They're trying to make it as pretty as fucking possible and all that bullshit. So like I expected it to look ugly on my PC, but I didn't expect it to just not be able to play it. Like where it's just like, yeah, you can try. It felt like whenever I had like a Dell computer when I was a kid and I tried putting in like that game Dirt Rally or whatever, and like it was literally like that, like just trying to play that on like without a graphics card or like like,
you've got a pretty beefy PC too, or at least the graphics.
Yeah, I got a 2080 Ti. Like it was all because of the fucking CPU. But anyways,
upgrades, everybody, upgrades.
I was thinking about it. But yeah, let's jump into the video game news.
Bro, CPUs aren't even that expensive, man.
No.
You could probably get an upgrade for pretty cheap.
I'm just lazy. Like I don't want to open up my.
You can have my old one, but I don't think you have the right motherboard. You probably are using Intel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've got a Ryzen CPU, but
definitely couldn't.
It's got 8 cores, but like you'd have to get a whole ass new motherboard.
I could probably get a CPU for like maybe $200. Like that would just fucking.
For $200, you could definitely get a good CPU.
Yeah, no, you could get I'm looking at CPUs right now. You could get a very good one for $200.
With a cooler and everything, that'd be dope. Yeah.
I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to open up my PC and change all this shit. All for Forza Motorsport 8.
No, but I mean. It's
like future proofing.
I'm about to say more games are gonna come out that are gonna like bottleneck your CPU.
The next game that comes out that's not Forza Motorsport 8 that does this to me, then I'll upgrade. But like I just feel like it's a one-off thing right now
that's fair.
because it's like a simulator. Like I haven't had a problem at all until this game.
Yeah.
But anyways, just so you guys know, we're using video game articles from news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're simply bringing them all to one place for you. Well, let's get the big old boys out of the way real quick. The biggest one.
What is the biggest one this week?
Yeah, I didn't get very much this week.
The biggest one is that
I was also getting my news on the way here, so
Microsoft has announced a $69 billion purchase of Activision Blizzard, bringing Call of Duty and more into the Xbox fold. They officially own Activision Blizzard.
It's happening.
Did y'all see the cool little video that they put out?
Yes.
Of like welcoming Activision Blizzard too?
I missed it.
Yeah, it was like two World of Warcraft characters like walking out. He's like, "This is home." And and then it goes through a bunch of Xbox.
You see Halo.
Yeah, that's cool.
So here's a list of all the games that were shown off in that video, or all the IPs that they showed off. So it says Microsoft has released an emotional trailer to celebrate its acquisition of Activision Blizzard, showcasing the wealth of games Xbox now owns, and seemingly it finds most important and wants to show off. The titles that now come under the Xbox Game Studio banner is a little eye-watering, with some of the video games' biggest franchises of all times featuring in the trailer: World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Diablo, Crash Bandicoot, Candy Crush, a feature, and then alongside like Halo, Fallout, Forza, and Starfield. But they also showed wait, did they mention Crash Bandicoot? Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. I swear I saw StarCraft in there too. Wasn't that StarCraft? The showed like the Space Marine looking dude.
Really? Yeah, I think I do. And then did they also show, was it Ghost of Tsushima?
No.
No, it wasn't. It was they showed some, like a silhouette of some samurai, but I don't know what game it would have been.
That might have been from like Overwatch or something. Maybe.
What? Oh.
Because doesn't Activision own?
No, it didn't look Overwatchy. It looked like a regular, because some of the character models are all different in Overwatch, right?
Oh, wait. Oh, other games featured in the trailers include Microsoft Flight Simulator, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which is dope as fuck, Sea of Thieves, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, which
is what it
okay,
is, yeah.
Sekiro.
Yeah.
All right.
How do they have the right? What is that an Activision thing?
Yeah, Tsushima's that's Sony. That's
No, Sekiro I think was licensed. Like I think they got From Software to come and make it, basically.
It'd be interesting if Xbox made a sequel without From Software attached to it.
They'd be insane to do that. They should make a sequel, but have them come do it again. Like, be like, we'll pay you whatever you want. Just come.
I guess From Software isn't like owned by Sony or anything. Like,
no, they're multi-plat.
Yeah, they would definitely do that. That would be dope.
That'd be sick.
And then Fallout Shelter, Spyro, Minecraft, Hi-Fi Rush, and Doom Eternal were all shown in there. But
I just can't fucking wait to see what comes to Game Pass.
Same. I'm very upset that they didn't like drop any, like, just fucking shadow drop anything.
Yeah, like here's, all this is coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet, but
give it time.
Yeah, I think it'll be at the beginning of the year, honestly, and then
I think they're gonna drip feed it to you to keep you satisfied until.
I disagree.
The next big thing comes out.
What do you think?
No. Okay, so it went in at the perfect time, or this whole deal went through at the perfect time. Fucking announce that shit just before the holiday season, and that's gonna fucking.
That could do. Yeah, if they were just like, right before Christmas, here's
a whole catalog.
Of we're adding all the old Tony Hawk games. Like, what if they?
I want like
with
the
like
new
4K.
Shit. If you throw Diablo 4 plus a roster of like all the Call of Duty games and fucking like you would. Yeah, that's
you wouldn't move consoles this Christmas.
Not just consoles. Everybody in their fucking
PC.
dog
people
would
who
have
already
Game Pass.
Have PC and people who already have an Xbox would all subscribe, because there's a lot of people I know personally who have an Xbox but don't like subscribe to Game Pass.
That's insane. To me.
Why would you? Yeah,
it's just how it is. People are stuck in their ways.
More.
People don't realize the value there. Or they don't care. What I mean?
Or they don't know.
There's not enough shit on there that they really like want. You know what I mean?
But But with I could see a significant jump if they did that like around the holidays.
Especially for the Call of Duty games. There's so many people who like just buy Call of Duty every fucking year and nothing else, you know? Like if you could just pay for one subscription and have all of the Call of Duty games all the time, you know?
Yeah, and play the throwbacks too, because like people want the old servers up and shit.
Yeah, especially if you got the DLC. Like let's say you get all the zombie maps and shit with the fucking Game Pass subscription. Forget about it. You know what I mean? Like
we're only halfway through October. You know, you still have all of November and then into December too. Like I guarantee there's going to be a fat drop of games from this deal go through.
I think at least we'll see Diablo 4 before the holiday season come on Game Pass. You know what I mean?
That'd be dope.
Yeah, you're also going to see like the Spyro trilogy, like the remake trilogy or whatever.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's not already on there, to be honest with you.
I think they're just waiting, like he's saying, they're going to do it all at once, like, or at least with the like. Are they going to do like a nostalgia bundle where they drop everything at one time, where like the Tony Hawks, the Spyros, the Crash Bandicoots, all that stuff is going to come at once?
That'd be cool.
And then they're going to wait, and then they're going to be like, and now Diablo, that's like a big thing. And then they'll probably wait a little bit and then drop like Call of Duty. Like when they announce Call of Duty, it's fucking game over.
Yeah.
Like, or World of Warcraft.
Give me Tony Hawk's Underground back.
Oh, I'm sure they'll do something like that.
Man.
Like the fact that they showed it
Tony Hawk's
in general is weird to me. Like I didn't expect them to show Tony Hawk, but like that means that they care. Apparently, they've been talking about bringing back Guitar Hero as well because Activision owns Guitar Hero. Now I know they tried that before, like Guitar Hero Live, but no, they're trying to go back to like the classic like Guitar Hero.
I don't see why it wouldn't do well. People still like ripping guitar solos.
Well, anytime I go to an arcade and I see a Guitar Hero like machine,
people are on it.
Because my ass is always going straight to that machine too, and it can never fucking play it because people are always on it. Like, no, I think it's been long enough because the last installation of Guitar Hero, they changed up the controller. And it was a little too much.
It was weird, yeah.
Yeah, but if they
want another Rock Band style game with like drums and everything, you know what I mean?
Sorry,
GameSpeak Dog.
GameSpeak Dog is not happy about Guitar Hero.
But nah, dude, I want another Guitar Hero, and I hope they return to the old fashioned controller.
Yeah, that would be dope. Or like, just somehow make it worth playing today. You know, like, I don't know, and the fact that it'll be on Game Pass, where they can just keep dropping tracks to it constantly and whatnot. They're like, I think Game Pass is going to change a lot of these things. Like, it'd be really interesting to see. Yeah. Anyways, Brent, Devin, what you guys got?
Let's see what I got.
Yeah, which way we go?
There is another big one. I hope one of you guys got it.
What is it?
If not, the Sony stuff.
Let's see. We got
I don't got
a new PlayStation 5 model will hit shelves just in time for the holiday season. And this new format will take up less space on the shelf while offering more space for your data.
It won't look like an air.
It looks exactly the same. Though.
It really does.
It doesn't look any different.
The slimmed down console will affect both existing models of the PS5, the all digital version and the version with the disc drive when they launch. The new PS5s have been reduced in volume by more than 30% and weight by 18% and 24% compared to the previous models, according to the official PlayStation blog post. So that's, pretty significant reduction in weight for what is now, I guess, the new base model of PS5.
Yeah, you won't be able to get the kind that you have now.
It's not like a fucking, PS5 Slim, and you'll have the choice. Like, from now on, if you buy a PS5 and it's new enough, like, it'll just be the Slim model.
Yeah, basically, once they run out of the original models, they won't produce them anymore. That's it. You just get these. I
think you have a little extra storage. Like, the original PS5 had, like, 800 gigabytes or something weird like that.
Yeah,
this
one goes
has
up to
a terabyte.
Yeah, it's a terabyte. Or I think it might be a little bit more. I think it's like 1 point. No, it's a terabyte.
And then expandable storage is still going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah, and then you can either buy it, without the disc drive or with the disc drive.
I think the discless model is now $50 more than it was, though.
It is.
The disc drive model is the same.
But the weird thing, they're selling a disc drive separately now. That's another thing they announced with it, where you can like buy a disc drive to attach to your discless one, but it's $80. I'm like, it's this. why not just buy the one with the fucking disc drive on it?
Maybe you bought a discless one, and then later you're like, shit, I wish I could get physical games, and then you just want to, like,
Yeah, I guess, but it's like, I feel like if...
It's like the same reason you'd buy a disc drive, like an external disc drive for your computer
for
or
a
something.
laptop.
Yeah.
True, but I mean, like, I feel like if you're buying a PlayStation and you even have, like, an inkling of an idea that you might want to use, like, disc related stuff, you would just buy, because it's going to be more expensive in the long run if you buy it that way.
For me, the disc drive really comes down to, like, are you going to be playing a lot of, like, backwards compatible shit? You know what I mean? Like, that's where the disc drive really comes in handy. Like, if you have a bunch of old PS4 games that are on, like, a fucking disc, like, and you still want to play them, then yeah, definitely get the disc drive one.
Yeah. Though, I do got to say, like, whenever it comes to the storage, if the Xbox leaks are true, like, remember whenever we were talking about their, like, new console?
Their slim one or whatever?
Yeah, it's going to be 2 terabytes.
Yeah.
So it's like... And it's
we'll have to
and
see
it's
if
still
it's like
cheaper.
A price increase, yeah.
It's like, or it comes out to the same price or something like that. So like you're either like if
that's all speculation still though. We
don't know for sure.
Xbox announcement yet. Xbox was probably waiting to see what Sony would do. So I would expect
just so they can undercut them.
No, I mean like seriously, or we'll see if they like raise the price on their console to see if they could get away with it.
Yeah, but if it came down to like discless and 2 terabytes or discless and like 1 terabyte, I don't understand why it's gonna be that same price though. Like I feel like if they're lowering the amount of whatever the fuck it takes to make the console, you know what I'm saying? And it's been out for 3 years now, almost 3 years. Like I feel like there should be somewhat of a reduction in price on those. Like,
well, maybe the lack of reduction in price comes with the increase in price it costs to like manufacture the consoles 30% smaller and 24% lighter.
But you would think if it was 30% lighter, it'd be less materials. You know what I'm saying? Like I get the cost of like the actual.
Well, you probably have to like
storage.
shrink the entire like motherboard and like fucking chips and all that shit down. You know what I mean? Like it's like the internal shit probably has to like be shrunk down at least a little bit. 30% is no small.
Was it 30% in size or just 30% in weight?
It's 30% in size and 24% in weight.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, that's pretty significant. If you think about it in terms of just, like, a quarter or, like, a, third of whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
I want to see people open these up and show, like, the inside compared. Yeah, because if it's the same shit, then it's like...
Maybe they have some sort of more efficient cooling solution on the inside. That could be a way to reduce size and weight. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly don't.
I'm sure there'll be teardowns all over the internet once they're like in the public. You know what I mean?
For sure. Devin?
All right. So I think that was all the big news from this week, right? So can we get off into the random?
Yeah. What do we got random?
So Disney's CEO is reportedly being urged to consider turning the company into a gaming giant.
Yeah.
So it would absolutely make sense for Disney.
That's because the Mario movie came out and like fucking put all their animated movie budgets and like box office sales to shame, and they're like, damn it.
Well, it also makes sense from like just
all the IPs that they
a company with tons of IPs and the capital to actually like start a studio that could like make adequate games. You know what I mean?
Like make AAA from the get.
Yeah, if you were to do like a Lucasfilm style fucking like game studio, how they did like all the Star Wars games back in the day, but like just do it Disney and have them make Disney shit. You know what I mean? You can make tons of fucking dope ass kid friendly games that would make you tons of money. You know what I mean? Like
kid friendly for sure, but I don't know if I'd want Disney doing the Star Wars games. Like right now they license them out to like whoever, EA or whoever the fuck. And Eclipse is going to be done by Quantic Dream or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like I wouldn't want Disney to be the one making those
Here's
games.
the thing. I don't think Disney would do a bad job. I think the thing is like Disney's got so much money to throw around. Like it would end up being some sort of like how like Warner Brothers used all their big money to make fucking Rocksteady Studios, and then we ended up with fucking the best Batman games ever.
That's true.
I feel like it would be something like that. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, so a new Bloomberg, to go into a little more detail about what they were thinking about, because there was just some ideas getting tossed around. with like Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Iger, right? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So a new Bloomberg report details many of Disney's internal struggles, which are said to have Iger ruefully joking about his decision to return. Among the ideas reportedly floated among Disney executives is a, quote, bolder transformation from gaming licensee to gaming giant through an acquisition of a major publisher like EA.
Oh, they would acquire EA.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're talking about some real damage.
Yeah.
If you could just buy EA.
Which, I mean, Disney has the fucking money.
Yeah, for sure.
Xbox is like, fuck. We all
Honestly, that's what a company like EA needs to, like, you know, maybe not EA, but like, if you, like, okay.
I mean, EA would be perfect for Disney.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
they're
they
already
do all
doing
the
the Star Wars
yeah.
games.
Yeah.
It's like they could just
and
give them
do,
the.
like, you could have the sports game expertise to where you could, like, you could make all kinds of Mario Striker type games.
Oh
but
my
like,
gosh.
But like with Mickey Mouse and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
who did the Guardians of the Galaxy game?
Square, I
That was
think.
Square.
Yeah.
Square. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, they would be better, but I don't think Square's in the market to be bought. Also, they're Japanese, so like that probably wouldn't be the best option. EA's, here. They could probably work something out better that way.
Yeah.
But like also, I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff. All the Marvel games would go to EA which would fuck Sony in a bad way, actually, because like if they stop licensing out like Spider-Man and because that's through
Sony at all, because like if Disney's behind the reins, they're going to be selling their games to everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like that would be good for the whole industry, I think.
It'd be good for the whole industry, but bad for Sony because they have exclusive rights to Spider-Man and to Wolverine.
Well, I think
I don't think anything would change with those rights.
Like Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man right now. Like
so, it's a weird.
It's independent of Marvel. Like to even get like Spider-Man in the new Marvel movies, they had to do this whole like negotiation with Sony. It was really weird. Like,
Sony still owns all creative rights over Spider-Man with like some weird thing with the comics, I think.
Yeah.
But whenever they worked with the MCU, which is now Disney. It was a weird like contract where it's like we still own this shit, absolute, like, but y'all can use him.
But this also proves that Disney could bargain with Sony to do some more Spider-Man shit if they wanted to. You know what I mean?
True.
Like that's totally not out of the question. You know.
But they could also prevent them. Like if they were like, oh, we want to make a Spider-Man game, for all platforms, they could be like, no.
No, I don't think they could do that.
Sony could.
Oh yeah, Sony could do that.
Sony could tell Disney
Sony could definitely tell Disney not to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
they just buy Sony.
But also, I think Disney's got enough money to where they could just be like, hey man, here's a couple milli. Let's just let us just do a Spidey game real quick. You know?
But so the article says alternatively, Disney could acquire some of the studios under the newly established EA Entertainment label, which includes BioWare and Respawn.
Damn.
So, yeah.
That would be cool, actually. Like
Titanfall 3. No.
Get some Disney money on my next Mass Effect game, dude, for real.
All the Titanfall characters would just be Disney princesses and shit. It would be so terrible. I don't know, like, what that would even look like. Because the IPs that Disney has acquired are cool. Like for video games, like Marvel, Star Wars, things like that. But, like, is there really, like, a game besides like, and Kingdom Hearts already killed it with like the original like animation stuff. Like what else are they going to do?
I'm just saying you have like an infinite wealth of games just with Marvel alone.
That's
like,
true.
You could make so many different dope superhero games. Like, and the thing is, like, as sick as I am of superhero movies and Star Wars movies, those are the two video games I will never get fucking bored of. Like, you can make as many Star Wars games as you want and as many fucking superhero games as you want, and I'll never get tired of them. And I don't know why. Something about having, like, the agency as a player to, like, control the superhero story or to, like, be that character in Star Wars is way more interesting to me than, like, watching a movie about it. You know what I mean? And I do feel like Disney has kind of ran Star Wars into the ground and the Marvel movies. You know what I mean? But I'm still super into the idea of, like, more superhero games. Like, I love that Infamous style gameplay where you're, like, zipping around the city, fucking stopping crime, blowing shit up. You know what I mean? Give me more of that. Like, I'm totally cool with that. You know what I mean? And the Star Wars shit, too. Like, I like the fucking Jedi Survivor games. I like KOTOR. I have very seldom found a Star Wars game that I'm just like, oh, that sucks. You know, like Star Wars Squadrons is probably like the least interesting Star Wars game I played in the last 10 years, and it was still a lot of fun. You know what I mean?
Still
like,
good, yeah.
But lots of potential there.
Yeah.
So this is decently big news here. Pete Hines, one of the key executives at Bethesda Softworks, has announced his retirement from the company.
Yeah, I seen that.
It says, Pete Hines, SVP, head of publishing for Bethesda Softworks, has announced his decision to retire. Pete's public presence was only a small part of his role at Bethesda, although the way he represented us carried over into the values he nurtured here: authenticity, integrity, and passion. His contributions have been integral into building Bethesda and its family of studios into the world-class organization that it is today. His vision helped push us forward, and his hard work inspired us. We're thankful for his 24 years of leadership and wish him the best in this next chapter. We'll miss you, Pete. That was from the Bethesda X.
Man, hell yeah. Salute,
okay.
Pete Hines, you know.
Yeah.
Way to have a great career and not go down for any crazy sexual abuse scandals or anything.
Well, he's getting out early. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, a bunch of allegations are going to pop up now.
Pete Hines, murderer.
He's getting ahead of it right now.
Disappears off the face of the thing.
Pete Hines killed over 30 interns.
Oh, fuck.
You heard it here first. No, but yeah, so Pete Hines posted, after 24 years, I have decided my time at Bethesda Softworks has come to an end. I am retiring and will begin an exciting new chapter of my life, exploring interests and passions, donating my time where I can, and taking more time to enjoy life. This was not a decision I came to easily or quickly, but after an amazing career culminating in the incredible launch of Starfield, it feels like the time is right. This is certainly not goodbye by any means. My love of Bethesda and its people has never wavered, and I will never stop being a part of this incredible community we have grown. Thank you to the hundreds and thousands of fans I've gotten to meet and talk to over the last 24 years. Your energy, creativity, and support has been such a big part of my journey. I look forward to experiencing the next part of the adventure alongside you. Wonder what that means. Working with the amazing people, teams, and studios at Bethesda has been the greatest experience of my life. I'm incredibly proud of everything we've done together and genuinely excited to see the amazing things they will create next. Love you guys, Pete. P.S. I didn't kill those interns.
Oh, that's cool. Man.
Yeah. So, yeah, no more Pete Hines.
Well, good for him.
Who are
going
people
out
going to yell at
chasing
now?
his dreams.
No,
yeah.
This game sucks. No, but, yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're going the other direction this time.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay. All right. Here we go. Get ready. Get ready. After 22 months of hearings, regulator approvals, and legal battles. Oh, wait. No, we already did
Yeah,
this.
I was like, are we talking about
I was
Xbox?
like,
Never mind. Sorry. Hold up.
Bobby Kotick is in prison. No,
I thought that's actually the one I was going with. Hold up.
Yeah.
I had some sort of Bobby Kotick related thing in here, but
Did you really?
He's leaving
Yeah.
by the end of the year.
Yeah,
Like,
he's supposed to leave by the end of the year. I guess I didn't write it down, but
yeah,
yeah.
they basically announced like he's out. Like, it was Jason Schreier that posted it, was saying like he'll be gone by the end of 2023.
Yeah, I guess I'll do a different one since I couldn't find that one. Call of Duty's roster of playable operators has expanded with the arrival of Lilith from Diablo.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. If
Hey,
you want to be a fucking demon, bitch,
Or
feel
Nicki
free.
Minaj.
Or Nicki Minaj. Or both. Both of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit going on in there right now. You can play a Spawn. You
Yeah,
can
we were talking about that last week. I
Yeah.
dig the Spawn skins. Honestly.
Spawn ones are cool. They have the Doom pack where like your gun is like 8-bit looking, or like
And not
That's
just
cool.
not just that, the like the motions and everything is choppy, just like the old game.
Oh, that's cool.
it's really
Like the fire, like the fire out at the end of the gun is the
I actually played a
same.
game on like the Steam Next Fest or whatever, like one of those demos. There's a game called Forgive Me Father or something like that, and it's like a boomer shooter, and it's got that kind of like style of animation, but the whole thing is like cel shaded. It's really pretty, and it's like you're going around shooting like zombies and stuff. It's actually really cool. If you're into like boomer shooters, it's definitely worth checking out. I think it's called Forgive Me Father 2 or something like that.
I like that that's the genre now. It's boomer shooter. It's just like it's
old person game.
yeah, it's like Dad Rock, but the video games, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true though. I mean, let's be real though. our generation wasn't even a part of the boomer shooter generation. Like we were there for it, but we weren't there for it.
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean, like when these games actually came out, we weren't alive.
Yeah, I think we were alive.
Like
we were just too young. Yeah, the first Doom came out in like 1996 or 99.
Was it really? I thought it was
92.
No, that's too early. Doom release date.
I thought it was like 89 or something.
No, it was
There's some shit.
1993.
Well,
I was born the year before. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I was born, but I was too young to like.
Yeah.
By the time that I could play first-person shooters, we already had GoldenEye.
Yep.
You know, like
that was my first-person shooter. Oh.
Yeah, GoldenEye was great.
Oh man.
And even
Red Bull, like my little kid brain, I was just like, oh my god.
The game that did that to my little kid brain was Grand Theft Auto 3.
That was the next like big
I remember
step.
seeing somebody play that and just being like, holy shit. Like,
you can kill hookers?
No, what killed me, what got me was like he shot a bunch of people, right? And then he pulled a dude out of the car and then got in the car and like drove across the town. Like to me, that was just like mind blowing. I'm like, he got in the car
it's like
drove across the town?
Lego Island, but rated M. You know what I'm saying? There's Lego City. What was that game called that we used to play? Like where you could skateboard as like Lego.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Lego Island. That's what it felt like to me seeing Grand Theft Auto, but like it was like, oh shit, this is like next level though. Yeah. But that and like Medal of Honor Frontline was like the first time that I was like actually just like, dude, this is like a movie to me. Like,
yeah, Medal of Honor Frontline was very cinematic,
so beautiful. But yeah, we didn't play boomer shooters really. Like, but there was a whole generation. I guess the boomers. I guess they're not even boomers. Like in '92, like I guess like older people were playing it. But
I feel like GoldenEye is like a borderline boomer shooter. It's like right at the bridge between Halo and like old school Doom boomer shooter. You know?
Yeah, it's like a millennial shooter. Like
all these are technically millennial shooters.
Even Doom.
I mean, even if it was older than that, it still wouldn't be boomer. If we're going off of strictly generations.
I have a feeling Gen Z, somebody in Gen Z named this because they just think anybody who's like
older than them
is a boomer, like immediately.
No, that's
how old were the boomers in the 90s?
The boomers would have been your parents.
30 or 40.
30 or 40?
Like, because the boomer generation is back.
So is it that outrageous to think that they might have been playing Doom at 30?
No, but I don't think as many adults were playing video games as like, and when I say adults, I mean like 30s and 40s at that time.
No, that's true.
It was more so like 18-year-olds in college and stuff at that point.
Yeah, so boomer generation is 1946 to 1964.
Definitely not that generation. Like
they were like a good bit older.
We were definitely. Like it's a millennial thing. Like Gen Z, somebody in Gen Z was definitely the one who came up with that. I guarantee you.
And then before
it kind of rolls off the tongue, though.
It does sound cool.
It does sound cool.
Should call it a doomer shooter.
That would make more sense, to be honest.
Like, kind of the genre.
But it doesn't make sense with.
We should call them boomer doomers.
Boomer doomers. I think that's already a thing, though.
Oh my god.
That's already another thing.
So wait a second. Yes.
Yeah. Wait. Is it you?
I don't have any more, and I just did one. But
yeah, Brent just went. So, fucking Mortal Kombat 1 released a trailer for their Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that?
I heard about it. I didn't watch the trailer.
I saw the fatalities, and they copied like scenes from the show.
Oh, that's cool.
It's fantastic. It's like scene for scene. Like one of the fatalities, he's like holding the character and takes him through a train and shit. The other one, he's literally just squeezing his head like he did to the little Justice League team or whatever.
I refuse to buy Mortal Kombat games until they go on sale. Because if you wait long enough, you can always get it for like $5.
Pretty cheap.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, so, I watched that last night. I saw the trailer for the Omni-Man fatalities. So that got me to watch all the other fatalities in Mortal Kombat 1. And
they're nuts.
They stepped it up a fucking notch. Because I also watched all the ones on like 11.
11 had some crazy ones, man.
11 had some crazy ones. And I thought, okay, this is like peak wildness for fatality. No, fucking Mortal Kombat 1 stepped it up a notch again. Like they are And it's not just like over the top gore, but also just creative.
But in 11, you have like multiple fatalities per character. I heard in 1 you don't have as many fatalities. I think there's something.
At least 2 for every character.
I'm sure they'll add more, like because I think whenever 11 first came out, it wasn't like that. I think they added shit with DLC and whatnot.
Okay.
But yeah, the thing is like it gets very Happy Tree Friends in this one. Like they're just different ways to murder and glorify things
over the fucking top. Like
there's like the person who like takes a selfie or whatever, but they just like grinded your face off where it's just like flat, and they're just like
Johnny Cage smashes your face on a Hollywood Boulevard star, and then he like lifts the dead body up and takes a fucking selfie with it.
This is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyways, wait, was that your news? Yeah, that was yours.
Yeah, just talking about the Mortal Kombat shit.
Only other thing I got, Analog, the hardware company known for creating sleek and modern takes on classic game consoles and handhelds, has announced that they did the Analog Pocket or whatever. It's like if you want to play Game Boy games and all that shit. Has announced that its next project will be a modern spin on Nintendo's iconic 64-bit era console. The Analog 3D is essentially the most advanced version of the Nintendo 64, featuring 4K resolution, with Analog's Christopher Tabor saying it's allowed the company to create incomprehensibly profound original display modes. Analog 3D will also include support for wireless Bluetooth and include 4 original style controller ports, meaning you can dust off your wired N64 controllers and play your favorite N64 games the old-fashioned way. The company confirmed that it has partnered with gaming peripheral maker 8BitDo to make a wireless controller for the console. And then, I mean, it's cool.
That's super cool, yeah. Especially if you've got an old collection of, like, N64 games laying around and you just want to dust them off, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It says, as expected, the Analog 3D will feature 100% compatibility for every N64 cartridge, regardless of region, but it will not play copyrighted ROM files, nor will the device include support for OpenFPGA, a software available on the Analog Pocket that was designed to preserve video game history. So I guess basically
no ROMs. It's
it's an N64 but with like 4K resolution.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Very
cool.
I mean, if you're like a collector, you know, or if you like run a game shop and you want to like, you know,
show off your game.
Yeah, show off your games.
Just have it plugged up to a TV somewhere.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure. Devin, you got anything else? Brent, you got anything else?
I had one more.
I don't have anything else.
Thomas the Tank Engine is in Starfield now.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time.
It was only a matter. Is he a spaceship you can ride in?
Ships.
All the ships.
Oh, my God. That's fucking awesome, dude.
You just like fly through.
I'm imagining like fucking Thomas the Tank Engine flying up, and then Grandma comes on the comm. She's like, "Hey, sweetie, I baked some hams."
I want his face to like just like change depending on the tone of the person talking to you.
Whenever they're talking, his like lips move in sync with it. That'd be hilarious.
Like if they're like angry pirates, his face is just like mad. Anyways, so let's jump into this week's hot releases.
I'm feeling hot.
Oh, and I got a ChatGPT up already.
Yeah, boy.
So you can participate.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Damn,
okay.
So you're the master this week. All right, we'll switch it off each week. Yeah,
get the release. Well, yeah, I just felt bad because Brent was, doing it.
I'm thinking about getting ChatGPT 4. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know if it would like take our fucking shit to the next level or not. I think it gives you better like.
Yeah, I
search
think it's better results.
Does it? Because I thought it was just more capability of what ChatGPT can do. Like, because like with 4, I think it's ChatGPT 4 can like code and shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Maybe it can make better trivia. You know?
If it can code, it can trivialize.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
I don't know. Yeah, go. What's the releases?
Yeah, this week's hot releases, we got Sonic Superstars coming to everything on October 17th. Spider-Man 2 is coming to PS5 and PC on October 20th. And then Super Mario Wonder is coming to Switch on October 20th. Yeah, so we got two big
good
hits.
One, yeah.
I
know if you pre-order Spider-Man, you can get it on the 19th.
Oh, nice.
So I know they called me from GameStop today, and they're like, hey, you can come pick it up on the 19th if you want. I'm like, cool.
That's what's up,
I'm not going to remember that on the 19th.
No. No. That's cool, though. All right. What do you got for chat?
So we got some historical trivia today.
No.
These are going to be pretty easy, but it's about who can pop off the answer the fastest.
All right.
Is this?
I have multiple choice with it, but most of these y'all should be able to just pop off the top of your head.
Lay it
Why are you making it easy? Make it medium. Give us some medium. I don't want it to be like,
Which city hosted the 1896 Summer Olympics, the first modern Olympics?
That's not easy.
Exactly. I said some of them were super easy.
Oh, okay.
The 1896 Summer Olympics, you said?
Yep. Considered the first modern Olympics. Yeah, which city hosted it?
Was it in America?
It was not.
Doubt. Let's see. Hold up.
Athens.
Yep.
Wow, really?
I don't know why I knew that, but it was just...
Because that's where the Olympics were originally held.
Yeah, Greece, right?
I was thinking like Sydney, but I was like, no, the Sydney Olympics were like in 2008 or some shit. You know what I mean?
Now this is the first one.
So they range from like that to like, when did Christopher Columbus fucking set sail?
1882.
What year?
What year? It was like 16...
1690. Wait, no. We went to the...
no.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Sail the Atlantic, not go to the moon.
in something 2.
1672 or 1772? Wait, no.
Something.
How long ago was it? Was it 18?
It was longer than... No, much longer ago than that.
Was it 15?
That's so long ago. It was longer?
Yes.
There's no fucking way it was longer. That's not right, dude.
No, that can't be right.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Not at all. It was in the 1700s.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Dude, yeah, there's no way, bro. I'm pretty sure nobody was even internationally
1492.
sailing. What? No way.
No way,
Double
dude.
check it.
No, I can't believe I refuse.
Hold on.
It was it's definitely longer than 1700s. And absolutely longer than 1800s.
I hate how Chris Columbus, the director, comes up before Christopher Columbus. Hold on. I can't believe this.
Yeah, that's wild.
He was born in 1451.
What?
I'm fucking
Y'all are blowing my fucking mind right now.
I thought y'all would have just known this.
Dude, this is like Mandela effect type shit.
I don't
because
know that.
No, everyone knows 1492.
Dude,
the whole rhyme.
I'm telling you,
in 1492,
listen to me.
Christopher sailed the ocean blue.
Listen to me. I fucking went to college for English, and I had to do American, or not just American literature, but world literature.
Did you graduate college?
I did, with my associates from that. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, it's
I
always
don't
been
remember this.
This is common knowledge.
I have books in my closet from college.
Go grab them and we'll look up.
I don't remember that at all.
No, it's like...
no, it was
all right, give me a different one.
They do that.
Preferably one that's not like a date of something. Are they all just like when shit happened?
Yeah.
No, this next one is, though. It is a date.
All right.
What year did the French Revolution begin? I'll give you the multiple choice on this.
Yeah, give us the multiple choice.
Probably.
Do I look France? Do I look Francian?
1776, 1789, 1801, or 1823.
So this happened way the fuck after Christopher Columbus sailed the fucking ocean blue,
Yes, the French Revolution happened after America was established as a country.
Okay, so
Holy
tell me the years
shit.
again.
I didn't know this.
1776, 1789, 1801, or 1823.
I'm going to say 1779. Or whatever you said,
That wasn't
89.
even an option.
89.
Oh, okay.
1789. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say the same thing he said, but I'm gonna go with A now instead of B.
He
No,
just said I was right.
Yeah.
Oh, you were right.
Jamal was right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, then I would have been right before I changed my answer. All right, give me.
I do know when America was established. Okay.
All right, guys. This one's pretty fucking hard.
This better not be a fucking date, dude. This better not be like what day did this happen?
Who was the first president of the United States? I swear to God.
Christopher Columbus. No, George Washington, sir.
Yeah. Dude, I saw a video on social media of those kids that'll go around
Gen Z.
It looks like after maybe some bar area or whatever, asking people the most basic questions, and they were asking this, and there was a good number that didn't fucking know.
Well, I bet a bunch of people were saying Benjamin Franklin. How many Benjamin Franklin?
Just dumb shit. Yeah, dumb shit like that.
Rihanna. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, that's Thomas Jefferson, man.
Okay, so The Battle of Gettysburg was a significant event in which war?
The Revolutionary War? Civil War. Civil War.
The Civil War.
Civil War.
Yeah. I was like, where the fuck is Gettysburg? It took me a second. I was like thinking it like I almost went like World War I for some reason in my brain.
I don't know history that well, you know what I mean?
As soon as he said Civil War, I was like, no, you're right. Like,
No.
that's definitely it. I feel like I should
I'm sorry.
know more.
I got some chest shit going on, so I apologize for my shitty voice. But all right. Who was the leader of the Soviet Union during World War II?
Oh, what's his
World
name?
War II?
Lenin? No, not
No, it's Stalin.
Stalin.
Yeah.
Stalin. I always mix up their names. Fucking A.
You're wrong, Jimmy.
I know. God damn it.
Was Lenin Lenin was before?
You talking about John Lennon?
No. Leningrad.
Vladimir.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know about all that. I know.
Okay.
Old Joey boy down there.
Okay, this. All right, Chappy GPT. This one's so stupid.
Okay.
Which ancient civilization built the Great Wall of China?
Egypt. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to have to go with Japan.
Yeah.
The Persians. Yeah, that was done. Okay, who wrote the Communist Manifesto?
Karl Marx.
The communists. No, I'm just kidding.
It was Karl Marx, right?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
Karl
yeah.
Marx. What was
Lenin. No, I'm just kidding.
What was the name of the ship that carried the pilgrims to the
Oh
New
my
World?
gosh, dude.
The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria.
Is it the Mayflower?
Yes.
Wait. Wait, what was the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria?
You're thinking of
I
the
don't
Mambo
know.
#5,
No,
dude.
hold up.
No, I'm just kidding.
That was
Step
definitely
Brothers.
some important ships. Hold up.
Those are probably the Spaniard like ships.
What? I gotta look this up.
I mean, I know Christopher Columbus was Spaniard, but like those are probably like some other ones, you know.
But yeah, it was the.
Hold up.
Santa Maria is on there for the multiple choice, so I don't know. There is significance, but I don't know what. I don't
Because
remember.
where's Christopher Columbus from again? Is he from
The
Spain?
1800.
No, okay, that's the
from
ships that Christopher Columbus took to the New World. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. The fucking, I guess they brought more
the
people
Pilgrim.
over
The main
afterwards,
ship of the
yeah.
Pilgrims was the
Okay.
Mayflower, though.
Yeah, that's where they brought a bunch of people wearing black and white dumb shit, and then they like, you know, sat on the like they had the
Yeah.
first Thanksgiving and stuff.
Okay, yeah. Well, this has been embarrassing.
Hey man,
Let's do
but
another-
wait, there's one more.
All right,
Okay,
let's
lay
hear
it
it.
on me.
All right, the last one. So the Treaty of Versailles officially ended which conflict?
I'm not
Oh,
even
shit.
gonna try.
hold on. This is World War One.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wow.
One.
I know.
I would have never got that.
I know my world wars. I just didn't want to. I didn't remember which world war it was a part of. But yeah, there was no treaty in World War II. It just fucking ended
Yeah, it was. Well,
abysmally for some people.
I was about to say, yeah, we kind of dropped some really big bombs and all
Yeah.
the shit that happened in Europe. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it was really a treaty that we just kind of came over like so.
I'm pretty sure they signed a treaty.
There's a
at some
treaty,
point,
but
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
but it wasn't like the Treaty of Versailles where they're like sectioning off like you get this land, you get this land,
Yeah.
we keep this.
Yeah,
like,
ours was kind of like you sign this and we don't drop any more nuclear bombs
Yeah.
on your innocent
well,
people.
because
Yeah.
like in World War One, like it never really like it was just
it was
constant
all
death.
about yeah.
It was
And
just death and death and death, and then no side was really winning majorly. Everyone was just kind of losing.
there was also no bad guys. It was literally just about land grabs and
territory
shit like
yeah,
that.
it was a big territory fight.
So it was like, you know, very, very different. Like World War One and World War Two were just way different.
Yeah,
But
yeah, historical.
that was fun though. I mean, I feel dumb about the.
No, I feel really dumb after that. Yeah, I need to go study some history. I need to go watch a little history channel, you know?
I feel bad about not knowing when Christopher Columbus was a thing. Well, good thing he's canceled, so it doesn't matter.
Mandela effect.
Fucking Mandela effect, dude. I swear it was like in the 16 or like.
No, me too, honestly.
Like-
I thought like that shit and the French Revolution were going on at like the same time, honestly. Like
I always get it confused with like either I can never remember if it's 1400s or 1500s, but I knew for sure it was older than 16, 17. Like
I did not know that. But I knew it was older than 17, but at the same time, I'm like, how long were they over here? That's fucking 400, I mean, like almost 400 years before they were like, yo, here's America. You know, like,
300. I mean, 700.
that's what I'm saying. Almost 400 years of them just being over here before they were like, yo, let's call this America.
What year did America fucking
1776.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
I don't fucking know.
But if it was 1776 and they were here in the 1400s,
yeah,
like that's how long it took for them to be like, all right, we're breaking out.
Well, but I mean, Christopher Columbus did kind of just make a voyage over here. There wasn't like any like hard settlements.
When did the
happening.
Mayflower come down?
That's a good question.
Watch that be the one but he just lived to the 1600s. He's like 200 years old.
I don't think Christopher Columbus came back with the Mayflower, did he? Like,
yeah,
he just discovered the shit and
then he was on the Mayflower. I thought.
I don't think he was.
Okay, look it up. Maybe I'm just wrong.
I mean,
no,
I'm obviously not the person to go to for history advice. You know what I mean?
No, he was definitely long dead.
Was he?
1620.
See, that's what I was thinking.
So that's why I was thinking it was more close to the 1700s. Okay.
I thought Christopher Columbus was on the Mayflower. I thought he was chilling, bro. I thought he was.
You think he made that voyage just twice, dude? Like, fuck that.
He did make the voyage multiple times.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I think at least twice, because like he was Spanish, but he got hired by the Queen of England. Right, or he got hired by whoever it was.
He basically like begged them, like, and then they gave him like the gold or whatever to do it, and then he set off, and then there was some weird shit where they thought that everybody here was Indian, like they thought they had just gone.
Oh, I'm so fucking wrong in that.
To the east or something. What is it?
No, Columbus made his transatlantic voyages under the sponsorship. Excuse me, of Ferdinand II and Isabella I, the Catholic monarchs of Aragon, Castile, and Leon in Spain.
Yeah.
Did he go back?
So yeah, I thought
I said voyages.
Yeah.
Multiple. So how many voyages are we talking? Look at how many times did Christopher Columbus set sail?
Game speak.
He probably sailed a shitload. But
but how many times did he voyage to here? You would have to do it multiple times, I would imagine.
You at least got to get back.
Yeah.
Four
times, including like trip there and back. Like
I'm assuming
4 round trips.
Yeah, 4 transatlantic voyages. Yeah, and they took a long fucking time.
Well, yeah, dude. I imagine people died constantly on the way there.
Oh yeah, dude. The voyages over from Europe to the Americas was horrible. Like because
he just lucked out.
They're on big sail ships and they tried to pack as many people and like disease and shit would break out and like malnutrition. Like it was fucking rough.
Also, what was the dope, like, not dope, it probably sucked for them, but the dope, like, mysterious story of, like, the pilgrims that disappeared? Who are they called?
Roanoke,
yeah.
Yeah, Roanoke. Well, didn't they just get, like, they're pretty sure they just got murdered by natives, right?
Either murdered or they, like, the women, like, moved in with the natives. And like
something like
a lot of people think like they relocated and just couldn't be found afterwards because like maybe some kind of weather thing going on in that area because they found like markings in the trees that were supposed to like indicate like okay we left this area, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like nobody could ever find where they went to or if they even went anywhere at all.
California. No, they just like found in California like but anyways, yeah. Great show, guys. Remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms. But you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeak Podcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us in the rest of the GameSpeak community at dsc.gg/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our other video content on YouTube. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on X at the handle AlJafferJamel, Brent at Brent Has One, and that's the number 1, and Devin at Devondres. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Till next time, listeners.
Later.